with the benefit of hindsight now, it looks like I had sorted it all out. I had it all. It wasn't like that. It was one step by faith. The only thing that was extraordinarily clear to me was that there is huge benefit and potential in having doctors who have been brought to this country by their governments, teachers, architects, policemen, people in criminal law, and so on. Best brains that were coming to Britain at that time, having them equipped with the skills to handle scripture so that they can support their churches wherever God places them, but particularly in their countries, in supporting the church in expository preaching. That was very, very clear. Then the next thing that began to crystallize as we discussed this was that it was possible to invite them one Saturday a month to come and learn how to handle scripture. When I went to see Colin on that day, we had exactly £68 pledged. £68, that's all had been pledged. After Cross Connections met, Colin called me and he said, I presented the idea, the men love it, the budget that you have is for 60,000. They have said they'll provide for it. So that was amazing. And people then, that's the odd thing about how God works. You trust him. He gives you very little to go by, but he wants you to walk by faith. Then he comes in powerfully. And then after that, in a way, the financial doors began to open and people began to support it. Then what we began to take off. Ministry always, every year, it felt very fragile because after the first class, I think we had a fairly big number. I think we had maybe almost 20 people. I think we had about that. The challenge for them was traveling down to London. It's expensive. A lot of these are students. And how do they do that? As it happened, their churches were now able to give them a little money to come down for to give them transport so they could come down and enjoy a day of training. So just getting the students down to London early enough to start at, I think we used to start at 9 o'clock so that we finish at 5. That in itself was a challenge. And then the last challenge I think we had was what was happening in my head, wondering how long is this going to last? Can we sustain this? But as it turned out, I was encouraged from the book of Philippians, where Paul says to the Philippians, he who began this good work will bring it to completion. And I realized that it is God who had started it because of those miraculous ways in which it had been established, bringing in the money. UCCF thinking this is a brilliant idea, Friends International agreeing, and UCCF agreeing, the money coming in. And that was a challenge the first year. And can I just say, I think that was a challenge every year. The fragility of them, it always felt fragile. But God has chosen the weak things of the world to shame the strong.